Oh yeah, the Northwest Ordinance 1787. Mom's having some babies. We talked about the babies and what are they? It's a way to create states and actually just how to govern that territory. We received a new place, and how do we take care of that new baby? Whenever you walk home from the hospital and you have a new baby, there's no instructions. Well, let's create those instructions to take care of that baby, and that was the Northwest Ordinance. All right, so for this one, you had to read different sections from the Federalist and Anti-Federalist papers. Remember, Federalists wanted a strong federal government. The Constitution gives the national government too much power at the expense of the state governments. Ooh, too much power for the Constitution. It gives the government the power to tax citizens and raise and keep an army. The Supremacy Clause means all the national government's laws are superior to laws made by the states. As a result, it would only be a matter of time until the state governments are destroyed. Now think, the national government would have too much power. Do they want a strong national government, or do they want a weaker one? They want a weaker one. They're anti-federal government, anti-federalist idea. All right, and a Bill of Rights is unnecessary because the powers of governments are limited. A Bill of Rights would give the impression that people would only expect protection from those rights that are listed. Bill of Rights is unnecessary. Anti-Federalists wanted a Bill of Rights. If it's unnecessary, it's a Federalist idea. It is true that the national government would have greater power than it did under the Articles of Confederation. But its powers are limited to tasks that face the entire nation, such as trade, currency, and defense. Here we go. This one was tricky for a lot of people. Experience has shown that a stronger national government is needed. Strong national government is needed. Who wants a strong national government? Who wants a strong, or in other words, federal government? Federalist idea. Three-fifths compromise. Guys, this is whenever we talked about the Virginia plan, the New Jersey plan, and that great compromise in the middle of the Venn diagram that we made. And there was representatives that it talked about, the House of Representatives in the Great Compromise and the Senate in the Great Compromise, but it also talked about the three-fifths compromise. And the three-fifths was this, how enslaved people would be counted in the population. Remember, some wanted them counted towards population for more votes, representatives. Others wanted them counted towards population for tax purposes. Hey, the Articles of Confederation, which is not a weakness. Guys, weak central government, no money they couldn't tax. Middle finger, arguing among states. One branch of government, no respect from other countries. No respect for the United States. One branch of government, no money because they couldn't tax. The national government had more power than the state governments. No, it was a weak federal government, weak national government. Then it led to the fist. Remember the fist. There was the hand, and the fist was in the middle. Shays' Rebellion. People were upset with what? Paying taxes, and they protested because we needed a stronger central government. We needed a stronger central government. Guys, we have one more. You have to select the correct amendment that fits the scenario. A man refuses to answer a question to the police that may incriminate him. He pled the fifth. Remember, the Fifth Amendment. You don't have to say anything that will incriminate you. You don't have to. There was also this idea of double jeopardy in there. A journalist writes an article in a newspaper and that criticizes local government. Which is an exercise of which amendment? First Amendment. You have freedom of the press. You're allowed to criticize government. First Amendment also talks about freedom of speech, right to assemble, freedom of the press, freedom of religion. Let's look at this next one. You're pulled over and the police officer searches your vehicle without any reason. It's an example of a violation of which amendment? Hey, they have to have a what to search your things? A warrant. They have to have probable cause. That's the Fourth Amendment. A police officer hands a man a warrant at his apartment, and the officer enters looking for evidence. Same thing, Fourth Amendment. And finally, the president has ordered soldiers to live in the homes of people of Waco, Texas. He is fearful of an invasion that may happen. This is a violation of which constitutional amendment? Guys, if you recall the Quartering Act that we talked about, and you don't have to quarter soldiers, you don't have to house soldiers. It's the Third Amendment. Guys, that's it.